like in, I was just like blown away. I don't know what it was, something just touched my soul and it just made sense to me. It's embarrassing. I think some people actually love all the adoration, but I just cringe. I mean, I'm a lot better now, but before, when I won the award, I literally was, oh thanks.
How are you not on the cover as the DJ of the year? Everyone, and welcome back to Last Night a DJ Saved My Life, the podcast, with me, your host, Fabian Hebrard. And today we're on episode 5 and our special guest is Smokin Jo. Smokin Jo is an incredible superstar and she's the only woman to have ever won the DJ Magazine of the Year award. And not only is she the only female, she's the only woman of colour to have ever won that award. So it's a pretty amazing feat. On the show today, we talk about her rise from going clubbing as a teenager into the superstar that she is today, from the humble beginnings of growing up in a children's home. And we touch on her autobiography that's out at the moment, You Don't Need a Dick to be a DJ, and that really goes into her story. And if you listen to it on Spotify, you'll actually, or anywhere else that you want to hear it, you'll actually hear her voice. She's the one that is reading the autobiography to you. It's a really raw, open and honest account of her life, and I highly recommend it. So back to the show. So for any budding DJs out there, it's really interesting to hear how other DJs started out and what they did and their journey up to the top. And also you'll hear how she's kind of diversified her career. Now, I won't tell you into what, but I will leave that for you to listen to or watch. And I hope you enjoy it. Like or comment and subscribe for more. Thanks. Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. My next guest is the original trailblazer. Yes, that is a phrase that gets bandied about all the time, but she truly is. She is the only woman to have ever won DJ Mag's DJ of the Year award. Through a life of incredible highs and lows, her determination and adaptability has pulled her through it all, to the place where she's at now, an icon in the dance music scene, not just in the UK, but worldwide. Please welcome Joanne Joseph, aka Smokin Jo, to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you on. We've got so much to get through. So let's get into it. I guess, so where did your love of music start?
I guess it was in my kind of primary school days. I didn't have any music as a child. I was brought up in a children's home, which was really, really strict, and we weren't allowed any music. So I didn't even hear any recorded music until I was about 9 or 10. Right. So that was just like, oh my God, this is amazing. And it just sort of struck up this passion and just loved it. Yeah. And also it made me appreciate all music, because I didn't really differentiate at that point. So yeah, I was just like... And
so like at 9 or 10, what were you listening to and where did you kind of hear that?
Well, it was my mum's music. She had all these records. She had, because we went back to live with my mum when we were 9, so she had like Motown, reggae, she had like Barry Manilow. She had all kinds of stuff, Santana, yeah, but I was just like obsessed. So, and then living in Portobello Road, as we were then, it was just literally like market music. There was always something happening. Parties, you know, so once I was a little bit older, I was going out a lot.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
So what was, I mean, I ask all my guests this, what was the first record you ever bought or,
Yeah, it was Upside Down by Diana Ross.
Oh my God.
I've still got it, little raggedy edges.
I wish my first record was that great. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I just love disco, which was amazing.
Did you, and was that something that you just heard out and about when you've been out raving, or was it at home?
I don't remember where I heard it, but I remember the cover of it because she looks so beautiful. It's black and white and she's in these jeans and she's just, it's like, I just want to be Diana Ross.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We all, there's an amazing photo of her on the stage. On the booth, and you're just like in front of all the crowd. We're like, oh my God, I wish I was her.
Yeah.
I think if there's one place I'd ever want to go back to.
Student 54.
Yeah, what about you?
I think it would be probably Paradise Garage.
Okay.
Yeah, Student 54 too, but I think
Yeah, I think also, like, I always say there's always two places. It would be Studio 54 or like a rave in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I've been...
I know, so lucky, damn it. So I guess with such a eclectic taste in music, where did you start getting into house music and discover that that was what you wanted to DJ?
Well, I think because disco, obviously, I mean, house came from disco, so I was already listening to disco. When hip hop started, I was listening to hip hop. So I was always like wanting to be at the forefront of any scene. And luckily, my mum used to work at night, so I was going out from about 12, 13 years old. So I was going to all these, in London.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I was going to the WAG Club and the Mud Club, all these amazing clubs. A lot of the gay clubs which had the best music.
Right.
So I was already hearing the beginnings of house very early on. So when it finally came in, I was just like blown away. I don't know what it was. Something just touched my soul and it just made sense to me. I used to dance all the time, so you could dance to it and it was just so joyous. And it took me a couple of years because I think I started hearing it, 87, 88, and then it wasn't until like 1990 I was like, I want to do this.
This is this is your sound. Yeah, so like, I guess, so you're saying maybe like the gay clubs, where did you feel like your tribe kind of was?
Yeah, it was definitely the gay clubs because I was brought up in a children's home. Me and my sister were the only black kids in that area. It was like Roehampton, very posh area.
Okay.
And then coming to Notting Hill, I still felt like a fish out of water because I used to speak with the poshest, most British English accent. So all the kids in Notting Hill were like, who are you? So I kind of didn't feel like I fit in until I kind of went into a gay club where everyone was just bonkers. And also, I've always had a very deep voice. I'm very tall. I always had short hair. So people were like, is she a boy? Is she a girl? So that kind of stuff was always a little bit like difficult for me. So the gay clubs were just like welcoming. And that was my home.
And I guess like super eccentric in what I guess the freedom to dress how you wanted. And what was, I guess, your vibe, your style back then?
I always used to dress really quite crazy. I just used to have this kind of haircut, it was horrible actually. It was like massive, big frizz on the top and then just no hair at the side.
I bet it was great back then.
Yeah, it was quite punky, and then just used to wear stuff from there's a place called Kensington Market, which is like vintage, and so you could just mix and match, just anything really, just like, but very boyish. It was always a big DMs and like big jeans or something like that. I would never wear a dress or a skirt.
Because for me, I feel like you're quite feminine.
No,
yeah, like.
Do you? That's so weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's funny how you see yourself. I've always worn trousers, jeans. I'd very rarely wear a dress or a skirt. I don't feel comfortable, but I like clothes. I love them.
Yeah.
Fashion.
Yeah, I wanted to get into that actually. So where did your kind of love of music and fashion collide? And because you've done a ton of fashion parties as well. So how did those type of things come about?
Well, again, growing up, I didn't have any clothes. I used to have the worst, ugliest hand-me-downs ever. Right. So as soon as I could get old enough to get a job, I used to buy clothes straight away. Okay. And then I got a job in Jean Paul Gaultier, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm just in heaven. Yeah. So, and then I started modelling as well for a very short time. So I kind of was, involved in the fashion world. And that's where I got my first gigs, doing like little fashion shows and after parties.
Yeah, and I guess like, creative, both of them are such creative industries that it's no surprise that they kind of feed off one another.
Yeah, I think so. It's like, the best clubs are always full of the most fashionable people, and it kind of all went in hand, which is odd because obviously when house music started, the fashion went out the window. Before it was like you had to queue to get in, are you on the list, do you look good enough, whereas house started, it doesn't matter what you look like, just come in, you're all welcome. So that was quite liberating.
Yeah, I guess so, because I was going to say, was it that, because I love the idea of the eccentricity of fashion colliding with like different sounds of music. I was like, what do you think that is? In my head, I'm a bit like, is that just like men coming in and not dressing eccentric? I don't know, I just think, like you say, it all goes hand in hand. Everyone hangs out with each other, so you get the musicians, the DJs, the fashion, they're all kind of in the same pot, and so things grow and kind of evolve together. Yeah, true. So we're going to talk about it. The only female to have ever won DJ Mag of the Year award.
It does annoy me, but obviously it's quite fabulous.
Oh, it's amazing. Well, also because it's an award that like it's not something that someone's doing someone a favour in industry. The people, the fans chose that.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was a long time ago, and the scene was a lot smaller, I guess, and I was working non-stop. I was on that road gigging 4 or 5 times a night.
Oh my gosh,
so it was like my name was everywhere. So I guess it was like
But also because you did it in a time, because it was in '92, you did it in a time where you didn't have social media.
There was no social media, so there was none of that.
So that's even more special.
I guess so. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a very different animal now. I don't know. I was moaning the other day actually that this year there's not one black female DJ in that top 100. But
What?
I mean, that top 100 is kind of a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit
what's
like.
going on, is it? But it's still like pretty shocking.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
Yeah.
It's something like Forbes under 30. I think people pay for it or something.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's
I
what
think a lot
I
of people do pay. They get ads done and all that sort of way.
But I mean, I guess so. I've read your book. We'll get into that. It is amazing and raw and just so open. But you describe yourself as quite a shy person.
Yeah.
So what does it feel like when you win, when you've won these awards, and to be really kind of like, you know, people, and when people recognise you?
Yeah,
You know?
it's embarrassing. I think some people actually love all the adoration, but I just cringe. I mean, I'm a lot better now, but before when I won the award, I literally was, oh thanks. I just walked off and went home. I didn't even celebrate it. I didn't get it.
Okay.
And when people used to cheer, I used to just hide behind the desk. It's very different now. It's lovely, and it comes from not feeling worthy. That's what it is, isn't it? It's self-doubt and all that kind of stuff. So when people give you that, you're like,
Well,
you
yeah,
don't believe it.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, how does it feel to get that validation? I think, I don't know.
It should feel lovely, and it does if I really take a step back. But most of the time I'm like, I don't know, no I'm not.
Yeah, is that a creative thing? Like,
Yeah,
you know, like
we're never happy.
seeking validation constantly.
Unless I know I really smashed that set and I felt it, then I'm like, yeah, okay, I enjoyed that. But if half the time I'm like, oh no, it could have been better. You know, just always nitpicking, which is a shame. But
I know, yeah. I think sometimes it's good for us all to take a step back and take stock. I mean, over the years, have you even had the time? You know, when you're saying you've spent years, like, you're on the road for like 5 different spots in the UK in a night.
Yeah,
how did you like get through that? Because it's like
drugs. Back in those days, I mean, that was early 90s, so we were all on it, and I was very, very happy just getting smashed and doing my job.
Fair enough. But I mean, like, even just as you get older, like, I find it exhausting.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't do that anymore, obviously. I don't do 5 gigs a night, I do 1.
Yeah.
And that's enough, and generally there's a load of day parties, which I'm loving, so you're not getting that late night anymore.
Yeah,
I did ministry for Glitterbox on Saturday, and I did 2 till 5, and I was a bit like, that's late, and I had to get up and go somewhere the next day. So that is quite rare that I'll do that, but you know, you just don't get so drunk and get so eat.
Yeah.
Eat well.
Yeah. I sometimes don't. Yeah. I have sober raving's pretty cool. It seems to be a thing that people are doing more of. Yeah.
Start something up myself actually. Let's see.
Let's talk a bit about. I mean, you know, obviously you were talking about this. There's no black females in the top 100.
Yeah.
You know, the kind of racism and that you've faced over the years, and it's kind of made you more determined rather than made you like you're fearless.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't had, that's not something that I'm obviously going to experience. How do you like deal with that?
Well, it's life. It's no different to everyday life. So you've always got to have that kind of push to go through, otherwise it would just grind you into nothing. Yeah, when you travel a lot and you go to certain countries, it's a horrible experience, but I'm pretty like bolshy and strong-willed, and nothing was going to stop me from doing my job. And once you get to the club, it's always amazing, good fun.
Yeah.
It's a shame, it's just that it's a man's world and it's a white man's world, and they're the gatekeepers, and that's also hard for us to get the press or get on the lineup. So it is always a struggle. All you can do is be the best you can do and try and stay happy, because you don't want to end up going down that dark path of just moaning all the time.
Yeah, you know? It is difficult. Like you said, it is. You know, the music industry is a boys' club.
It really is.
And I mean, even when you were on the and I think even when you were on you were the DJ of the year.
Yeah.
You weren't on the cover.
No.
How are you not on the cover as the DJ of the year?
I keep saying to you, just put me on the cover now.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah. Let's start a campaign. Yeah, I think that's insane. And it is because they didn't think it would like sell.
Probably it was just way too early. The magazine was pretty new.
92,
still.
right, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, should we really put this person on the cover? So they put me inside, and it was a horrible picture they used of me, and they bleached it out and dyed it pink, and it was just like...
Why? Just to let everyone know that she's a woman, let's put her in some pink. Like, what's the joke? I mean, getting onto that boys' club, we've got, you know, it's a thing that I keep talking about in the podcast. It's like the girl DJ versus just the DJ. Like, why do you think that is? And you know,
this is why I called the book "You Don't Need a Dick to DJ." It doesn't matter what you've got down there or what you can.
Yeah,
it's about the music.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, as women, we face a whole lot of different discrimination. What do you wear? If I look too good, they're going to complain. If I don't look good, oh, she's a mess. It's just this tightrope, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know whether the men are threatened. They have to compartmentalise us. Well, you're the female DJs, and we're, you know.
Yeah, I think so. I think if people like to put you in a box, and if they can put you in that, then that makes them feel safe.
Yeah, you don't feel threatened. I guess if you know, when I won, possibly they were like, oh my god, you know, the woman beat me.
Yeah. I hope it's not all about control. Not all men. I saw something. There's this incredible image of you on display recently in 2023 at the MoMA by a photographer. It was from Wolfgang Tillman's exhibition, To Look Without Fear. And it's such a beautiful shot. And again, you know, it's going on this thing of your determination. It's such a powerful image. But again, it's kind of contrast with how you're saying that you hide behind the decks if anyone kind of cheers you, and so how does it feel to be put? I mean, it's the most fantastic image.
You know something? I went to New York. I think it was New Year's Day. I arrived, and they took it down on New Year's Day, so I couldn't get to see it. And my friend even phoned, and she's like, "Oh, remember? Maybe we can get a look at it." It was so nice. It's a weird picture because I did that. I was at my shyest, and my friend's like this makeup artist, and he did all this makeup. It was way too much makeup, and I remember I'm like this, and I was so uncomfortable doing the shot.
Right.
And that's been everywhere. He even gave me a copy, bless him, because he said, "Look, this has been everywhere for me," and he gave it to me. I don't mind. It's lovely. I like being immortalised like that. It's like, why not? You know?
But you know, it's interesting that you said that you were really shy in that shot. I looked. Yeah, you look really powerful.
That's so funny,
you look like, you know, give no fucks. Here I am. Like, it's really. It's a strong image. It's really nuts.
I was kind of like
the fear behind the eyes I didn't see. Right. Yeah. So I mean, you know, as a DJ, you're kind of controlling the crowds, or you're making the crowds feel great, feel a certain way. Like, what does DJing mean to you when you're there and you're in the moment?
It's kind of just like sharing energy. I just feel I love making people happy. I'm an entertainer, and I think often, not all men, but I think a lot of guys are there for their egos, or they want to play and listen to what I'm playing, whereas I'm like, what do they like? If I play something, I might follow or something, you know. I want this to be a sharing experience, and I just love music, and I love playing it, and I love putting two tracks together and making a new one. I just love the experience of it, and this is why I think I haven't made that many records, because I prefer to be in front of a crowd. I really struggle in the studio.
Right.
You know, I love obviously playing my own music, but then when I have to sit there all day, I'd rather be 2 hours in a club, you know.
Yeah. Sharing that joy, right?
Yeah. It's very similar to when I teach yoga. It's the energy. I just love it. I guess I just I need the validation. Yeah,
I honestly think that I'm starting to realise that is the creative thing, isn't it? You just gosh. We'll get into your Is that all right? We'll get into your yoga. That it's an amazing transition, but it is so similar, isn't it? But I wanted to get into. So you lived out in Ibiza. For a long time, 7 years. That sounds like the most amazing thing to do, particularly for a house DJ. You're like in it.
It was amazing. It's one of my favourite places in the world still. It's just so spiritual and so magnetic and just so wonderful. So I think it was 2000 I moved out there. After years and years of going, I'm like, I just need to live here. And it was a bit crazy because it just meant that my life got more and more hectic, and I had to take more flights to get where I needed to get to. But coming home was always lovely. But obviously, as we know, Ibiza's quite bonkers, and it felt a bit like in the winter it was even crazier than the summer. So I never had an off switch.
Okay, what is that? Because you've got all
people that live there are all working their asses off in summer, and then in the winter they've got all their money and nothing to do. They want to go for dinner on a Wednesday, you know, rock over until Friday.
Oh my God!
Lots of little parties. So it's lovely, it's amazing, but I just didn't have an off switch, and then friends would come and stay, and then they want to go out, and so you're just on it all the time.
Yeah.
So I had to leave. I went to rehab. and I keep saying this, I wasn't an alcoholic or a drug addict, but I was habitual.
Okay.
There wasn't a sort of off button.
So it kind of it went hand in hand with like,
Yeah.
right, I'm going out.
I just was just like, oh yeah, it was so normalised. I didn't even, think it was anything wrong. It was just like, oh, everyone's doing it. And I thought, actually, I haven't had a weekend off ever.
Right.
That's not
Oh
right.
my gosh, yeah. I mean, for me, if I was doing it so much, my body starts telling me, like.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely getting more depressed, but I'm always fit and healthy. I eat well, so I was keeping healthy. So I felt, yeah, I'm fine. I look great, but I think the insides probably weren't, and my head wasn't right.
Well, you look great. I mean,
you.
so you, speaking of that and your health and getting into fitness, so what kind of made you go, oh, I'm gonna start teaching yoga? How did that come about? Was that something that you found on the island?
No, yeah, I started doing yoga on the island because
Okay.
I was going out with the yoga teacher, and because I was trained as a dancer in my youth, the whole thing made sense to me. I knew how to move a body, it just felt amazing, so I tried to keep that up as I was DJing, because it was just so good when you've been out all weekend to try and, bring yourself
ground.
back.
Yeah.
It wasn't until years later. I've been teaching nearly 10 years. So
Oh, wow,
it was
okay.
Just a boyfriend of mine, another one, just said, why don't you teach yoga? Because he was teaching Pilates. And I was like, I can't, I'm too shy, I don't want to speak. But doing the course made me find my voice, and it was really, really actually amazing.
Yeah, and I guess also when it becomes so inherent, you are able to share it, and it doesn't even feel like you're speaking, right?
No,
it's just like going through and
happens now.
sharing.
I just absolutely love it.
Yeah, and so I guess, do you find that there is, like we were saying earlier, do you find that there is this connection with sharing in a yoga space and sharing on the dance floor?
Yeah, there totally is, because people come there to find peace and happiness, and it's you're giving something to people. And for me with my yoga, I really enjoy making the sequences and making my playlists. I've got special mixes.
Oh, great. Okay.
So it's like a journey. So
Yeah, oh my God, of course.
Probably over-egging it completely, but I love it.
Yeah, don't dumb yourself down. So yeah, tell us more about it. It's got a really great name, Smokin Yoga.
Smokin Jo.
Yoga, sorry, yeah.
That's
I said it the, what would you call it, like maybe the Nordic way?
No, I mean, my normal classes are not Smokin Yoga, that's just normal yoga, but the Smokin Yoga are the yoga
disco ones,
So that would be like a lot more pumping music, maybe some lights, and that will just build until we all just start having a big old rave.
Where do you do those? Like in
I've
London?
done them in I've done them in a church before, in
my
yoga
gosh,
studios.
okay.
A beautiful one with like I've done it. I can't remember. I've done them in quite a few places.
In London?
Yeah. I haven't done them anywhere else but London, actually. No.
So you've never done it in Ibiza?
No.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
You need
Do
to
you
get
know
that
what?
out
It's
there.
impossible to do any kind of yoga in Ibiza. No one ever turns up, or it's like there's no full-time yoga place in Ibiza.
What?
No. I
That
guess
feels-
there's a reason, because they just know everyone's so flaky.
Yeah, that feels kind of nuts though in some ways, because people always seem to go to yoga. Oh, but everyone goes to a yoga retreat.
They go to the
They're taking
retreat. Oh, yeah,
yeah,
loads of
yeah,
retreats.
yeah,
But if you
yeah,
want
yeah.
to just rock up and where
Just
can I go
do-
to yoga? I was like, there is a little one, but it's free.
Find someone on a beach,
Yeah.
just maybe tap them on the shoulder and be like, "Shall we do some yoga?"
Exactly.
But speaking of that side of things, so now you've kind of done this whole 360. You're doing yoga at festivals, right?
Yeah, I do them at Defected Festival, and I've done them at Pikes at a festival. That was amazing.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I did one in Scotland, and it was pissing down, muddy as hell. And I'm like, okay, so where's all the yoga mats? Oh, we haven't got any mats. The floor was just an absolute mess, and people were just trudging along to do yoga in their wellies. It was just
Oh my gosh!
chaotic.
What was it like standing up yoga?
I got them to lay down. I was like, fair enough.
Yeah, be at one with the mud. That's where we came from.
But when I do Croatia for Defective, it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
You can see the sea and the winds blowing, and I think I had about 45 people every day, which is
Oh my gosh, okay.
which is really, really lovely.
And do people kind of go like, "Oh my gosh, she's a DJ, but she also does the yoga"?
Yeah, some people know already, some people don't, and it's just like you kind of bring them into a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I'm playing later on, just come down to the gig.
Oh yeah,
as well.
great, yeah. And then also, do you do the playlist as well at the festival
100%.
for that?
And the thing with there is they've got a function one sound system, so
Oh,
you
wow.
can play that music.
Yeah.
And, and you get the soundscapey stuff. Everyone's just like, oh.
Oh my God, I bet,
great.
yeah. And also with vibration, because everything's vibration, right?
Yeah.
So, oh my God, that would be amazing. So, what if someone was getting into the industry now, what kind of piece of advice would you give them?
Don't do it. It's tricky because everyone's a DJ, or everyone wants to be a DJ now. And I teach people to DJ properly. I think learn your craft. Do it for the right reasons, because you love it, not because you want to be Insta famous.
100%.
Make your own brand. Perhaps you have to do brands now. Maybe do your own night. Obviously, you need social media. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. But I think you have to have. I think especially for women, is men always group together and they've got their little collectives, but women don't. We're still very disparate from each other. And I think if you are female, then get your other female friends who are DJs to come together and make something and have your own little unit,
Yeah, and because when we come together, as individuals, women are amazing. But when we come together, it's something so special, and I think that also needs to be encouraged. And I think
bigging each other up and stuff. It was funny because I did IMS this year, and it was Jaguar interviewing me and Paulette and Tisha, and Jaguar and Tisha are really close because they're always connected to each other because of the internet. The apps, but me and Paulette, we don't really know each other that well, and they were like, "Oh, you're not like hanging out." I said, "Well, no, she's in Manchester." And before there were phones or mobile, how would we contact each other? We just couldn't, right? So it was very different back in the day, which I think now it's changed. So definitely, I think, be good at what you do, don't just fluff it.
And also because you need that authenticity. I think that gets you through anything, right? That's the thing that's going to keep you going and give you that longevity. Yeah. But we do this thing called quick fire round.
Oh God,
don't worry, it's not scary. So, number one, the White Isle or the British Isles?
The White Isle.
Especially on days like today when it's like freezing and rainy. Number two, music or meditation?
I would say music, because you can meditate when you're having music. So
it's one and the same, right? Yeah. Number three, house or techno?
House.
Number four, residencies or one-off shows?
Ooh. Residencies are amazing. Yeah, let's say that.
Yeah, well, why would you say that? Because it feels like a family.
Yeah, it feels like a family. The best shows I've all done have all been residencies, because you get to know the crowd, they get to know you, you're there every week. As a DJ, you're always travelling and you're all over the shop, so to have somewhere so regular, it's amazing. And you build your craft even more then, because you've got bring something different every week. Whereas you play different shows, you can just rock up if you wanted to, just play the same set. No one's going to know.
Right.
They record them, I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, or the person that's seen you a few times.
Yeah,
I've been that person. I'm like, hang on a sec.
Yeah, residency will push you a little bit further, I think, and then much more fun.
Yeah. And number five, last one, large crowds or intimate ones?
Intimate all the way, definitely. It's much nicer to have people right up in your face.
Yeah.
Usually.
And our last question we ask everyone, what brings you joy?
Food, probably. I love my food.
You and me both. Well, it's been so lovely having you here today.
Thank you so
and so Smokin Jo's book, You Don't Need a Dick to DJ, it's out now. Yeah. It's the most incredible story, super raw, real. And it's super inspiring.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on the show today.
That is all right.
Cheers. Thank you. Yay, done.
Well done.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much for coming. Yeah, that was great. So, what did you think of the podcast today? I think, considering she is quite a shy and closed-off person, I think we got her to open up a bit. I think she had a nice time. It is difficult with someone that has made their way through, made their way through the 80s and the 90s in the music industry. Things were very difficult back then, and not much has changed today. But, are women equal to men in industries? Probably not yet. But yeah, it was interesting to see the different things that happened in her life, particularly as a woman of colour. I mean, you really should look up that photo when she won, the year that she won DJ Mag of the Year award in '92. It's like a black and white photo with a pink overlay, and you're just like, you wouldn't know that she was a black woman. And I feel like the industry were trying to hide that. I mean, An absolute joke. But yeah, she's a survivor. She is strong and super creative. I really love the way that she's moved into kind of the self-care, the yoga. I mean, yeah, music and meditation go hand in hand. So what a perfect combination. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. As always, comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you next time for another female guest on the show. Until then, have a great week. Bye.